move it slightly that way. A little bit better. Slightly more centered. I guess that's good enough. Hoo-wee. Let me get my thing started up here. Making sure this is all working. Make sure that's up. Just checking this out here. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Let's see here. Making sure everything's getting fired up here. Do. Don't mind me. Making some adjustments here. I think it's working. I'm gonna find out. I think it's on. It's on. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that part's up. That's good, good. There's something that I'm going to display here. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, that looks good there. This is cute. All right, we are up for tonight. Hey, good. My text is working, sound's working. Presto. This sucker is on. Alrighty. Let's see who's up tonight. Coolio. It is a lovely May 19th, 2026. All right. Let's see what we can find tonight. Online arcade. Latino TTV. All right. K-Gene. Ant combatant. Okay, I wonder who's in here. Since it's just strictly Mortal Kombat 3, it's not even Ultimate. I wonder who's in here. Brett's Arcade, Ant Combatant. I'll see what these guys are about. Okay. Brett's Arcade 81. I don't know if that's the same Brett as Bret Hart. They're the same ages, but let's find out. I don't think it's the same guy. Oh. Oh, suckered me into that one. Hey, base. You're already here? Ah, I slid right into it. I forgot you can't slide under this. Base, you're already up and at him. Alright, Brett's Arcade. No, he doesn't want to play again either. He doesn't like the offensive ice clones. Mr. IGB. Oh, Ant. Now, Ant is going to get a load of Kabal here. I usually will oblige to sub versus sub, but I'm going to have fun doing with the extremely overpowered Kabal in this game. That's right, it's going to uppercut him. Whoops. Thought I was going to sneak up on him there. Hey, Della. I ran into him. There we go. Very good there. So do you want to do it again? Okay, I will show you guys. Back up here. Cool. It's working. Yo, yo, Della. Mm. Ah, it delayed. But yes, you can do a roundhouse kick into an uppercut in plain MK3. Ant combatant. Ant combat ant. Makja easy. Oh, he wants to play as Smoke, huh? I guess so. I rarely play as Smoke though on plain MK. Plain MK3. He did not want to play. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so Makaka EZZ did not want to play either, so that's the end of that room. Let's see who else is up right now. It's rare that you get to see a plain MK3 room, especially one that had a bunch of people in it at first, but I guess they all left. Now, on to Ultimate with the asterisks. Asterisks. Asterix and Obelix. Oh, look, it's No Doubt. Look at that base. 42-1. There's your man, No Doubt. And Fish and Immortal Soul and Lady Gaga. Well, there's Sans. There's Sans base. Check it out. Everybody's in this room. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's a 2 versus 2. Let's see how well this is going to go tonight. So this is where all the action is on a Tuesday night. He rage quit. Which one? Who quit on you? I just named 4 people. Arian. Okay, which one is Arian? Is Arian... Okay. Arian is No Doubt. I gotta jot this down to keep track of who's who. Oh, look at that. Canceled the stomp with a slide from Reptile. I have never seen that. Canceled the air stomp by sliding in a corner. I haven't seen a whole lot of dynamics because I'm not a big Shiva player. I was a big Shiva player when the game came out, though. Shiva was my original 1995 main character. I did main as Shiva just because I thought I could have some advantage because it's like it's Goro. But Shiva was my very first in the beginning. Yeah, I never saw it. I never ended up seeing a whole lot of people playing as Shiva. Man. So you beat him then, huh? He rage quit on you earlier, base. So you beat No Doubt. Hey, Morbid. Hey, Morbid J. Yeah, I found where all the action is tonight. Look at this room. We got No Doubt, Fish, Lady Gaga, Great MK Legacy, me, Sans, Immortal Soul. Can't tell who these other cats are after Fletcher. As soon, oh, okay. He rage quit of the game. Oh, he rage quit out of the game. Soon as the Dos Cabals got picked, you went Kabal and Kabal, and he didn't handle it. Oh man, I would have loved to capture that. That would be funny. Might be able to turn that into something. Not maliciously, but just to see. Okay. So Arya, no doubt, actually fled the game against I got base. He actually did not want to play double Cabals. Okay, well you can send it, get on private if you want. I mean, yeah, of course he knows it's you. It'll expose. Well, you could. I mean, you've told me your real name. We could expose secrets to each other. I don't call you that though, but I can blur it out on the screen. I can put a little thing on there to edit it out. Okay, so you did. So then he didn't know it was you, unless only he knows it's you. So only no doubt knows that it was you. The double Cabals, I don't think double Cabals by itself will scare him enough. Oh, okay. The double Cabals revealed it. Alright. Alright. So you don't want those names. You don't want your alt tag revealed. I'm probably going to go double Cabal 2 against him. I don't think I can play around with Cyborg Smoke. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak it up on him. We'll see how this goes. That is if Mr. Spin doesn't beat him. And then I'm after, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh. Had him wide open for a combo and didn't take it. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. Alright, now we're going to see the Spinster. The Spinster, the Diz Girl will own you against Ariane, no doubt. I think all of my videos you can clip from, by the way, all of my streams, because I noticed when one of my videos got clipped, and I'm fine with that. People can clip from me, but I do get a notification, which is fine. But all of my stuff is public. So the record's all here, for better or worse, at least stuff that I can observe. Hey, Landon! Yo, is this the same Landon that was making stuff with Jello? I don't know if this is the same Landon Jello was celebrating stuff with the other day. I'm not sure. Yeah, it got a little bit of a hesitant. It's not perfect. Okay, yeah, I just saw it. It had a...
It had a Porky Pig stutter there. Mortal Kombat. Yeah. It does that a little bit on this match. Oh, okay. You got to play with... Well, what is your name on here then, Landon? It's difficult keeping track of everybody's YouTube names versus their player names. Oh yeah, you're a rumpf. That's the one. A rumpf. You're like a football chant. A rumpf. Ha. Oh, okay. You left you the... Okay, so that's you. You're a rumpf. Alright. I should start writing this stuff down on a notepad. I'm going to make an image about that too. I'm going to just post a little meme, an image of it. Because I have gotten some people mixed up too, and I am sorry. I have gotten some people's names mixed up on here, thinking one guy is the other guy. Okay. Now it's my turn. Oh, it's after MK Legacy, sorry. Dan. Dan Rhodes is up next. Dan is skipping, so okay. Okay, I won both. Well, thank you, Landon. I'm just going to try Dose Kabal. Is that what you call it? See what I can pull off here. Yeah, might be a little iffy. We'll see. Yeah, we can forget this. I can't even pull off a sweep right. Yeah. This is looking like shit. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Even if I'm ahead, sorry, I pass. That's rough. That would be a Pyrrhic victory even if I did win, because it is not going to mesh perfectly. But I'll watch. Yeah. But I'll see what other guys can do here. I'm just not going to steal that one. I'm not going to make it miserable for both of us. Arian Sakuro is known for. Arian Sakuro. Unfortunately, it's just not going to work well. Hopefully, Sans can pull it off. Unfortunately, I don't get to watch that match. Alright, Landon. Cool, dude. Landon.
Alrighty. Well, maybe we could play some other time too. Landon. Cool, cool. Let's see if anybody here in the lineup. Who do you think could beat No Doubt then? Of the lineup base. Like I said, if you want me to edit something out, if you have something to send me, I can do that, because it's not like my identity is not a secret either. It doesn't have to. It doesn't take Batman or Sherlock Holmes to figure out who I am. But if you want to keep something, if you have video you want me to edit, I can do that if you want. You know me, I've already edited one of your things out already. Tuxedo Unmasked. Oh, Sans didn't make it. Bummer. I was hoping he could pull it off. I'm sure you did well, though. Hey, Sans, am I Greek? No. Nope. As I have said many times on my stream, I am of many things. I'm Native American, and a couple of other mixtures, as Base and I talked about once. The other side of my family I can trace back to Ellis Island, coming over, and then from the old country. Before that, from the old country. Oh yeah. Ellis Island, Europe, and native. That's why one of these days I'm going to put on I'm going to put on this. He's going to put on a native headdress, you know, and I'm going to put on me war paint and everything on my face, and I'm going to, yeah, I'm playing as Nightwolf. This is my native people here. I'm claiming my native lands here in Mortal Kombat, and I dare you to sue me. I'm going to take you to court, and then I'm going to break out all of my ancestral papers on you. And then you're going to see, wow, Xbanders really is indigenous. He's the natives, man. First Nations, eh? And all that stuff, man. And I'm going to say, yeah, look at that. Now I dare you to take me to court, eh? Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to take the red man to the court. No, I don't think so. I'm going to sit here in my full moccasins and buckskins and everything. And go, bam, here's the papers. Yeah, I've thought about doing that, but it would take me some resources to gather
the whole headdresses and outfits and everything, and just to sit here with war makeup on and play as Nightwolf one night. Just nothing but me as Nightwolf all night. Yeah. The statue from Creepshow 2. No, they weren't. Well, Quakers was a religion, James Sans. Quakers were a religion. They were similar to the Shakers. President Richard Nixon was also, or at least he claimed to be, a Quaker. They're a religion of, like you see Quaker oatmeal, similar to Puritans. But, yeah, they were actually also Shakers. Shakers and Quakers. This was because of their somewhat religious, their denomination of Christianity. But no, my ancestors were not Quakers. Ancestry.com will actually tell you they're very reliable on a lot of stuff. I found out quite a lot of things through Ancestry. If any of you guys are wondering, it is worth looking into. You can find out stuff that you already knew, and you can find out stuff that you did not know. And all they do is they need you just to spit in a bottle there for you. And yeah, it'll piece together parts of your lineage that you did not necessarily know. And confirm what you did know. So they're very accurate. I'm gonna go look up that statue here. I was gonna cosplay as the cigar store Indian, holding up my big cigars or something. No, Dan. No, I left. MK Legacy. Yeah, I quit that match. But thank you for asking. Statue. Creepshow 2. Oh yeah, there you go. Exactly. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I could look something like that. Yep. Boy, yeah, you know what? I sure could. I sure could, Gwadley. See, I can remember your name there. I know that Next Gen Nostalgia is Gwadley. Oh, Plymouth Rock is definitely real. It's smaller than what people imagine. It's not a giant rock, but it is a monument. When the Quakers came in, I think it was 1620? Or, no, 1613, because Jamestown was a few years before Plymouth Rock. I think Jamestown was 1608. And then a few years later, perhaps Plymouth Rock was 1620 or so. I'm just going off of memory. But yes, Plymouth Rock is real. Those were the Pilgrims. Now, the difference was that the Pilgrims between Jamestown to Plymouth was part of it was the Mayflower Compact. And the Mayflower Compact by the Pilgrims. This was the first document of self-governance in the New World. Whereas the governors of Jamestown were appointed by England. And the Pilgrims appointed their own governors and their own leader. So a slight difference between Plymouth Rock and Jamestown. Or, well, yeah, the Plymouth. I do love history. I do like history. Oh, no doubt had him wide open for a fan throw right there. How far was Salem? As in Salem, Massachusetts? The witch trials and all of that? Some of that's a myth. Some of it's people that were a product of the times. But I'm not sure of the mileage between the two. Hey, MSTVGN. I'll just jump out again here. Unless he keeps playing, I'm not going to queue up, though. Yes, Dan, that's right. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm on right now, Dan. Great MK Legacy. You can just tune in to me at the moment. But yeah. Yeah. I see. Great MK Legacy, yes. Dan, if you can just check it out, I'm up right now. I mean, I am current. That's how you can hear me, right? Yeah. I'll tell it like I tell other people. I'll make the big announcement. Perhaps you know this about me already. Almost all the time that you ever see me on here, if I'm playing, I'm streaming. That's just my own personal little thing about playing UMK or MK3 on here. If you see me, there's a very high chance, like a 99% chance, that I'm also streaming it. I am not going to play without streaming. I did that, I think, in November a couple of times because streaming wasn't regular for me. Now, yeah, if Xband is on, if I'm playing the game, I'm also streaming it. That's just what I do. Because I don't want to miss some really cool action or some glitches or somebody claiming this, that, or the other. I like having a record of at least all of the matches and chats that I host or that I have. Oh, Skelly. Yes, of course I know who Joseph Smith was. He was the founder of the Latter-day Saints, the Mormonism. Yeah, he believed that was in New York, and he found the golden plates that were led to him by the angel. Became the Book of Mormon. He translated them, and they ran them across the country all the way out to Utah eventually. It was, I think, originally supposed to be in Kansas. And from Joseph Smith, the leadership of the church was passed on to Brigham Young. And there's that famous picture of Brigham Young with his 26 wives, or 23 wives, or whatever. That Mormonism caught a lot of flack for that back then. They still catch flack for that now, but it was done away with in the church. They did not end up continuing polygamy, and it was more of a thing that they had said this was appropriate for the time, because with all of these unwed women, they didn't have any men caring for them. That was their thing. It did not stick with the Mormon church. That was the history of it with Joseph Smith. But yeah, he was also tarred and feathered, and they had a lot of persecution, at least for what they believed back then. There's been a lot of debates on whether or not what was said about it or the books themselves were real. There's been people who said they were never real. There's people who said that was all forgeries, yada yada. I don't follow any of that, but yes, I do know who these people are. Yeah, Skeletor, the Seer Stone. The Seer Stone is, yeah. So you already know what I know there. The Seer Stone and not Brigham Young, but Brigham. Brigham Young, and they ended up founding, you will still find most of them in Utah, specifically Salt Lake City. They have some very beautiful temples out there. They do believe in what they believe. Between the Mormons and the Catholics, those tend to be the biggest families in Christendom in the U.S. You will always find between Mormons and Catholics usually 4, 5, or 6 kids. They believe in big families. The Catholics, just because they don't believe in contraception. That's usually why Catholic families got big. Mormon families get big because they believe it is their duty to get the spiritual babies out of heaven and get them born. So it is a duty among Mormons to have lots of kids because we have to bring the spiritual people out of heaven and bring them into the world. That's what the Mormons say. The Catholics say, well, we don't believe in contraception, to be any use of contraception. We think goes against the natural way, and that's what Catholics say. So I know stories from both sides. I know what they do and why. But yeah, those are their claims between those two denominations. Either way, those are the families that you will find in Christendom that have the biggest families with the most amount of children for different reasons. More men. He does no doubt want more men. I don't know who the star guy is here, but I'll play him after Sans. Unless, Sans is going to win this one, I think. Going as double Sector. That's... After seeing how well Dragonzord will play Cyrax, I can definitely say Sector is on the bottom. I used to say Cyrax is so pathetic, but there are really good Cyrax players out there besides Dragonzord. He's one of the best ones. Those bombs and the juggling and the corner infinite is so good. That Sector is definitely the bottom character in the game. So winning with him is kind of a brag between those two. And it crashed. Okay, can I get out? Nope. I can't get out of it either. Hey, Abe One. Here I was about to play, and just playing patty cake. Yeah, Morbid, yeah. And now it's popped me up there, but I'm not really playing either. No Doubt. Yeah, no, it was No Doubt stream. No Doubt left, but there we go. Can you explain the Nation of Islam? Well, I know some things about the Quran and about Muhammad and about other stuff like that, but I'd rather not talk about that. See here. Muhammad and the Kaaba, and them facing that direction when they pray, and you got to stick your head in this hole and twirl your head around while they all walk in a circle. They're their sacred place. They're over there in the Middle East, but yeah, I don't want to go into that, or particularly the offshoots that claim to be the Nation of Islam, different from the religion of Islam. Just like black Hebrews or African Israelites, different than Judaism. But I'm not going to go into that on my stream. The Sans was wondering if I can go into the Nation of Islam. I'm just not going to talk about that on my stream. There's MK Lover. Oh, you mean Calypso Louis? Louis Farrakhan? Yeah, he was kind of nuts. Oh no, there's plenty I don't know. I like history and I like reading a lot. But yeah. Calypso Louis. Yeah, that's why I tell people, I say I'm older than I look. At least that's a perk, which you can kind of see on my memorabilia stream, that I get up real close to the camera, and because I'm holding my cell phone, you can see that this is not a filter, but it's blurry enough and far enough from the screen. But yeah. When I tell you guys that I played the original Street Fighter where Ryu had red hair in the arcades when it came out, that was my first fighting game. Street Fighter 1 with the Shoryuken took up half the guy's health. So yeah. And my first in-person tournament on MK3 was in 1996. And I was on Xband as well from 96 to 97. You can guess, but I'm not going to say it. I am a little younger than Base. That's about all I say. Just because Base has said he's like almost 50 or he's 49. Okay. I'll just go with that then. I'm not going to say I'm... Guess what? I'm also younger than James MK. That doesn't tell you much of anything, though. But, yeah. I just keep a nice boundary of stuff that I say I'm not going to talk about or not going to go into, and that's fine. Hey, Dumitru. Yeah. Dumitru, sups. It had a few thousand people. The thing was, how populated, they did not, the Catapult company that was out of Cupertino, California, they didn't report their earnings, they didn't report their numbers, but when it started in 1994, it was basically only in the major metros. It was only in the big cities. They had New York City, you had LA, you had Houston, Chicago, and then they kind of went to the smaller markets. In the beginning, they did not have many. Between the two platforms, between Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, they've said anywhere numbers of over 6,000 to 10,000 across two platforms. But this was all hearsay from Catapult, from the employees back in the day, depending on which year you asked. If you were on Sega Genesis in 1996, they'd say, sure, there's like 6,000 people. If you were on Super Nintendo, they would tell you, yeah, sure, there's about 7,000 or 3,000, depending on what time of the year. And that was part of the demise as well, is because people were not staying on Xband as the network was going down. We all got notice of it in February of 1997. We were told basically the game was over. We were told it was going to, nationwide, the SparkSec server was being shut down. Nationwide play was ending in March 16th of 97. And you'd only have local play for the last month of the service. And we were told this because people were just leaving. Like, why stay on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis when the Nintendo 64 was reaching its crest, it's building like a tidal wave. And the PlayStation was also way up there. And people were just leaving the network. They were leaving the network. Why would you stay on Super Nintendo with these old games? It's either this or you play GoldenEye, you know, or you play Wave Race, or you play something on, you know, the PlayStation. But yeah, and so people just didn't stay on it. Oh yeah, everybody was upset. Were you mad when it ended? Of course. Because there was nothing. It was like, this was it. This was goodbye, man. There was nothing else. Like, there was nothing after Xband. We were hoping for it. We were hoping the other companies would catch on and get it. We were hoping Super Nintendo would go over to the Nintendo 64. But it just did not happen. They refused. Back then, internet gaming for a platform, for a thing, the N64 was like super new and all. They just did not want to put any money into that. That was not, I mean, they had a gold mine. They had the chance to corner the market like Sega did, but they just didn't. They totally had the market. Sega had the opportunity. They later, with the Dreamcast, they saw the potential for it on the Dreamcast, and that's why the Dreamcast was the first one that had an integrated modem. That was the Dreamcast. But yeah, it had a little dial-up modem thing in the back of it. But yeah, that was what Sega realized. Hey, this could be a possible gold mine. Let's integrate, let's start making modems. And that's why the Dreamcast 9999 had a modem. And you ended up getting MK Gold, which I guess I got MK Gold to play it online because I really wanted to play Mortal Kombat, even though it was Mortal Kombat 4. Nothing. Didn't like it. Ended up not keeping that. I kept the Dreamcast just because it was a great system. I do love the Dreamcast. It was amazing. Yeah, base. The nationwide ended in March 16th, but the entire system, you could play locally. You could only play people that you knew in your calling area, because remember, this went by your telephone back then. That went down on April 30th. It went down April 30th. April 30th of 97. But oh yeah, I was sad when it was gone. I think everybody on it was. For that last month, you had to make sure you got all your contacts. You made sure everybody knew who you were if you ever wanted to talk to them again. You wanted to make sure. Now, a lot of people already had your real name, your phone number, your address. And once it was gone, it was erased. Erased forever. There was no saving it. Even though the Xband had a battery backup to it, that battery eventually runs out, and it only is able to store stuff that it was able to download online. So once that went away and you couldn't connect to the network anymore, you better hope that you got all the contacts and details from people, because you'll never see them again. Which in a lot of cases, we found each other online. There immediately started being little web servers, web rings. This is Keep Xband Alive back in 97. Join my website. And people did that almost right away, just as a reaction, because we didn't want to lose contact with each other. It was a great place to play. It was a great place to commiserate when you weren't getting death threats, but it was a great place to commiserate and talk to people, or go on ProdigyNet or go on AOL. And just chat with these people that you hope, still played video games too. But yeah. Could you add people? Yeah, you had a friends list on Xband of about 12. I'd say 10 or 12 or so. Okay, this guy knows how to counter it. He knew how to counter it. But yeah, you had about and your mailbox, I think you could hold 10 or 15 Xmail boxes. I mean, your mailbox would hold about 10 letters. mail bombing was a fun thing because you could actually stop somebody from being able to send or receive messages. It was funny because if you just sent so many messages that it plugged up their mailbox, they couldn't actually send you any mail. They also couldn't receive any mail either because their mailbox was full. So we called it mail bombing. Like if you didn't, that was probably the most malicious thing you could do to somebody. Stop them from sending or receiving any letters. Correct, Morbid J. You are correct. I'm guessing you didn't touch MK Online. Yes, until the MK Xbox in 2006. Yes, that is correct. It had been almost 10 years. The 2006 Xbox 360. That was my whole shebang, man. I loved it as soon as I got on, because I didn't go to MAME or Chilera, and I didn't play online. I had played online games, yes, but not Mortal Kombat. So I was a console guy. So yes, I did play it, but it was not as fighting games online. Oh, I tossed it. I went to toss at him, and it went out. What the heck? What was that? I went to throwing him, and it went out, man. You could not invite to matches or private. Well, every match was private, really, because there was nobody else. How you would do this would be, you could invite somebody off of your friends list to play with them, but most matches were just you and another person, and it was random for the most part. It was mostly random. You used your dial-up, and you had to dial in. The servers, it would dial through your landline, and your landline would then do this dial-up, this like a modem or like a fax machine, as they would make those sounds back then, and that was how you did it. So most matches, it would make this whole sign-up, beeping noises and stuff like that, and yeah. And that was what you did with that game. And most of it was beep, 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 and then it would ring when your match started. On the Super Nintendo, it was the eyeball that was on the top left that said challenge, and this blinking eyeball, in which case you connect to Cupertino, California, you make a long-distance phone call, ties up your landline. Somebody else somewhere in the country is also calling into Cupertino, California, to the Catapult headquarters, and it matches you up, and you see these two halves of an X kind of meet in the middle. Your phone rings first. Now, if the guy has a caller ID, he gets all your personal information, but that's a different story. And yeah, and then that happens, and then you match up. It has this little matchup screen, and it shows your code name, your location in the country, your taunt, your icon, and it showed theirs as well, who you were matched against, and how many points your match was worth. And if you got more wins, or as you got higher up, you could see if somebody was worth more points or lesser points, basically if they were not as good as you. There was all that on the matchup screen, and then your match, like in MK3, it would just jump right to the second player, the two-player, just like this screen right here. Different games had different matchups, like Super Mario Kart, Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball, Doom, Kirby's Avalanche. Those all had different matchup screens, yes. But it was the same premise. Your screen versus their screen, your information pops up, Theirs pops up. See who is fighting who, what their score, what their match was worth. Yeah. Yeah, the Sega Channel was around kind of the same time. I really wanted the Sega Channel though. I wanted that. I did not get the Sega Channel. And little known, the Xband was also available for the Sega Saturn. And because of how the Sega Saturn works, the Xband on Sega Saturn still works. You can still play it to this day. It actually works. Because it would dial directly to who you wanted to play. You can still play Xband today on Sega Saturn. You just need they'd need a landline, obviously. They would need somebody to connect to. And you can you could play Sega Rally. Sega Rally was one of the games. But yes, if you have a Sega Saturn and a landline and a Saturn Xband, you can still play it right now. You just have to know your buddy's phone number. It still works 30 years later. On the original hardware, providing you have both of those. Must have a landline. You both have to have the thing on Sega Saturn. And you have to know, well, at least one of you has to know the other one's phone number. Saturn Xband still works. No, I did not have the Sega Saturn Xband. I had the Super Nintendo one, which does not work anymore. Oh, you got me, Dr. Fraggle. I jumped right onto it. Well, it was less than a 56K modem, Abel. It was like a 32K modem, so it wasn't quite 56K because it came out in 1994. A lot of games on the Super Nintendo worked really well. MK3 was not one of them, unfortunately. There was a bit, and I've always said this, there is some sync problems. It's not just a little bit of lag that it plays slightly slower. It's also got synchronization issues, but that was exclusively for MK3. MK2 played great. Killer Instinct played great. Mario Kart played amazing. So did Doom. Those games played really well. But, not so much MK3. Striker had a big advantage on the Xband MK3. You could do his flying baton toss, and almost no matter where you were on the screen, you'd get teleported over to the other side and get thrown. It had sync issues. That synchronization, you had to kind of learn to finesse it. It wasn't just about the lag on MK3. It was about the synchronization too. But MK2 worked great. And the Sega Genesis Xband also did not have the problems. Sega Genesis did not have those same problems. You also had some sports games on those as well. Street Fighter was really good. Street Fighter was a favorite. There's actually, if you for real want to see what it was like on Xband, there's a guy who uploaded about 2 hours of his recorded Xband play. You might have to do some YouTube search for it, but you can see what Xband was like on Street Fighter 2. No joke. I'm playing Scorpion here. Yeah, there's a guy. Just look up Xband SSF2 gameplay. The guy uploaded like 2 hours of his footage just to show you what it looked like. Ah, crap. I dropped that combo. Oh, I totally had him. Sleepwalker got me there. Ah, I did it again. Crap. He got me on that one. Ah. Yeah, there you go. All right. Oh, he caught me. Very good, Sleepwalker. Whew. Xband seemed too good to be true, Doc Frag. No, it was definitely real. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why Catapult said they were just hemorrhaging members. They even tried the Xband 6-pack, where basically you paid like 10 or 15 bucks, and you got 6 modems shipped to you to give to your friends, because they were bailing out of, they were trying to avoid bankruptcy, trying to remain solvent, and this was around Christmas, 96 into 97. Right after the N64 came out, people were jumping ship. They were getting out. They were like, oh, nobody wants to be on that anymore. We all want N64 or PlayStation, the big stuff back then. And they were just jumping out. And Xband, Catapult tried to keep Xband alive. You get 6 free modems, sign up your friends, give them away to your friends, and you get like 1 free month of membership. Depending on if you had nationwide play or not. There were 2 forms. There was nationwide play, unlimited connections, or just local play. And there are guys that, if you had like New York City or Los Angeles, you had the cheapest subscriptions ever. You did not have to connect nationwide to anybody. You could stay exclusively in your local dialing area if you were in a big metro. You could just sit there forever. You could play anybody that you wanted. You never had to worry about, you know, not getting connections or tying up your phone line with nobody. But yeah, if you had that, you definitely could in one of those major metro areas. Everybody else, though, you kind of needed to go nationwide. Otherwise, there just wasn't enough people in your local area. Also on the Super Nintendo MK3, you could sometimes leave 2 ice clones as Sub-Zero. No joke. It was a very annoying glitch. People did not like that. But yes, imagine leaving 2 ice clones and not sure which one was real. But that wasn't on every game, but it was on most matches. You could actually lag it. Well, you couldn't lag it. It was sufficiently lagged as it was. And you could actually leave 2 ice clones sometimes. Ah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really play the Marvel games, the Marvel DCU stuff, but I did play all of those going back in the day. The X-Men Children of the Atom, the Street Fighter versus X-Men, the Marvel superheroes. I did play those in the arcades back then. And then later, yeah, Marvel versus DC, Marvel versus DC2, Marvel versus DC3. I didn't play any of those. But yes, I know of them. I know they're good, they're popular, people love them. But that's getting into an entirely different universe and a whole different setup. That is, I would be so new to all of that. That's so foreign, I wouldn't even know where to start or who's good and who's not. But I could play Marvel versus Street Fighter, or not Street, it was X-Men versus Street Fighter, and I could play X-Men Children of the Atom. That was the game that started it all. You want to discuss lap band surgery? Base wants to discuss lap band surgery. That's where, what is that? That's where they put a little thing around your stomach, and it makes your stomach feel fuller by cutting off like another part of your stomach, I think. That's what I'm thinking of, right, with lap band surgery, and so people supposedly lose weight because their stomach is smaller, I think. I'm not sure how well that works, but that's the right procedure I'm thinking of. I am not a doctor, do not take medical advice from me on this channel. I'm just going to go with Shiva and Kano, just because, you know, what the heck. May as well try it. Give these guys a shot here. That's just a 21% damage, huh? Come on, dude. Just throwing out those punches and kicks, man. DJ Brewism. All right, I'll play Doc Frag and I'll look for another room here. Yeah, I don't know much about the EVO or the in-person stuff. Your EVO, I do know that one really great epic performance of the guy the one guy playing as Chun-Li and the other guy playing as Ken, and he successfully parries the ultimate. I'm familiar with that one. That was a really, really cool moment. I think it was Street Fighter 3 or something. But yeah, the Chun-Li versus Ken, and he manages to parry, and then wins. Like impossibly perfect. But he pulled it off live. That's still, me as not a MK fan, I mean me as not as a Street Fighter fan, that's still one of the coolest things I've ever seen. She wants to pull something out of the garbage can there. Double stomp, stomp down on you. Oh, there you go. Ant Combatant just invited me to Street Fighter. You know, I do have the 30th Street Fighter anniversary. I think Ant Combatant might have been watching me. If MK fails, I mean, the Legacy Collection is what I mean. If this doesn't sustain it, I can't always go over to Street Fighter. Not that I'm great at that. No, I'm definitely not. But see, there you go. I could play that too. All right, Doc. I'll stick for Bruno Sinai, and I think one other guy joined. Saga something or other. Bruno Sinai. I'll stay through Saga, I think. Evo with the extra virgin olive oil. Oh no, babes. The extra virgin olive oil. Emphasis extra virgins. I don't know anything about that. Oh, froze me mid-dash. Yeah, I went right into his jump kick. Nah, this is laggy, but it's kind of on the edge. Very good, Bruno's. Oh, he got me. Made me pop out of that. Ah, I forgot I was jumping. Nuts. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to tap kick him. Yeah, our connection is usually pretty good. If DJ Brism doesn't want to play, that's fine. I'll play Saga, and then I'll hop out of this and see who else is out there. Fraggle, you can follow me, or if... Okay, we'll see what Saga's got here. I don't know. How about I'm going to go with double Sub-Zero here just for fun. Just for some giggles. McDouble sub. Oh, I stood right up in it. Don't tase me, bro. Minutia. Minutia, get your butt over here. Latrina, clean that toilet.
Sub-Zero wins. Friendship again.
Let's see if Jubia. Jubaya? Jubaya, don't let me catch you buying anything illegal. Okay, we'll do the opposite here. How many times are you gonna dash into me? Jubaya. We got a Jubaya and Jusella. There you go. Pull off a little of that special something something, make him land right on the razor. It's a rare talent, but sometimes it works. It does not work in Ultimate because the blade stops going. Ah, crap. I guess I'm gonna have to rely on smoke. Boop. All right. All right, Doc Frag, me and you. And now I'm going to go hop around and see who else is playing this lovely May 19th evening on a Tuesday night. Oh, I'm Shiva again. The Va. No, my wife is not native. Nope. Nope, James, she's not. Whoops, I messed up my combo. Oh, he uppercutted me. Ah, you got me, Fraggle. Yeah, starting with Marco Polo or Christopher Columbus, they thought they were in India. That Columbus originally had thought he was going to find a path to the Indias, and that is why they were called that. When really they couldn't be further from the truth, they just did not know. Columbus did not, he actually did think at some point before the end of his life, he realized he could have been completely wrong. It was not totally known. It was believed. No, not necessarily. I don't think it was, or Amerigo Vespucci. But I know Columbus was attributed to it. There's Magellan, there's Vespucci, there's Marco Polo, but it was Columbus who decided he would go with King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. When he set sail, he was going to find a pathway to the eastern, to the Orient, to the Indias, because they wanted to find a better, easier way of trading spices. The Silk Road and all of that stuff, that was all through Asia. It was a very prosperous country because, spices and stuff like that, spices were very highly valued. And so was silk, which also came from the East. So Columbus thought there is going to be a different pathway. I'm going to go to the east by sailing west. Well, he didn't really make it. And he did suspect towards the end of his life that maybe he was not really in India. But everybody that went there, they really thought he was in India when he landed. Supposedly one of the southeastern Caribbean islands, somewhere near Florida perhaps. It's not really known, but yeah, he really thought they had a pathway to the east. And yeah. A while ago, you mean across the land bridge through Alaska from the Ice Age? There's beliefs about that. That's a possibility. The land bridge going across from Asia, across Siberia to Russia, across from Alaska, supposedly before the whole Ice Age thing, or shortly after the Ice Age, before all of the water levels rose. If you drain the waters out of the ocean, you'll find that there's actually land bridges across these continents. That's namely one of them, from Alaska to Russia. There's theories about that. I don't really know, but there are theories that supposedly they just walked across from Russia, or Siberia now, but from Russia to Alaska before it was much colder. And the waters rose, that they could just walk across. A lot of different theories about that. I'm not sure. That's all, that goes into paleontology, or archaeology. Before archaeology, I mean, sorry. Archaeology is within our written history. Prehistory is prehistoric. So who else is here? Oh, there's, what? There's no game going on here. Do I carry pistols? No, I'm not going to say. How about that? I'm not going to talk about that. I am very experienced, though, with firearms. Just to let you know. If you're wondering, yes, I've shot many a firearm in my life. I have shot quite a large number, but I'm not going to talk about that. There's Batman Bal. He's actually pretty good at UMK3. No, I don't have to. Trick question, Sans. No, I don't have to. Let's see. Batman's pretty good here. But no, I don't live in a dangerous neighborhood, so no, I don't have to. I don't have to carry. Yeah. Define assault weapon. I've shot rifles. I've shot shotguns, I've shot rifles, I've shot semi-automatics, I've shot revolvers. I was never in the military. No, I do say that. I was never in any of the armed forces. But yes, I've shot all those types. I do like the cowboy guns. I do prefer those over Glocks or Glock 23s or the or Beretta 9mm. I actually like cowboy pistols. Just that's my preference. I know their limitations. I know they're not as good. Yada yada yada. You know, all the newer technology is much better, but I still like a single action army, Colt single action army revolver. Yeah, the kind that you have to cock it, the kind that you can fan it real fast, which I have done or tried to do. It's not that easy, and reloading them is a pain in the butt. Even though I do like the cowboy single action revolvers, they are a pain to try to reload. Once the double action revolvers were more common, I mean, then you don't need to keep pulling the hammer back. And you could also, once they had a revolving cylinder that you could discharge the whole cylinder, then's when technology really evolved there. But to have to manually eject each empty round from a single action revolver, whew, boy, that'll take some time reloading if you're in a shootout in the Wild West. No, I don't use explosives unless you count fireworks. Fireworks, smoke grenades, yeah. I've had some fun with those. Not the heavy not the heavy duty stuff. I forgot what they call that. Ordnance. No, I've never used ordnance or C4s or any of that stuff. No. No, I've never used tear gas. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Sleepwalker's good. I don't know if he's going to be happy playing me again. Improvised, you're going into IEDs. Don't get him crossed with IUDs now, Sans. Intrauterine device or an IED. No. I have never used either. Mm. Ah, he got me on this one. Mm. Very good there, Sleepwalker. Oh, he caught me. Ah, you're lucky. Too bad we can't tell what the other platforms are on. Yeah, on PlayStation. Yeah, I guess Batman Bal didn't want to play me. That's okay. Is there anybody else up right now? Say is ins. Say is say da 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 da. Nope. Let's see what Macreerio weirdo. Macreerio. Macreerio go no. Does not want to play? Because Dan will play. MK Legacy here. XB, why do you think the government is using social media to sexualize women with Down syndrome? Now, I have no idea what you're talking about, Sans, but do illuminate me to that subject. I have no idea what crap you just typed, but at least let's keep it tolerable, I guess. I really don't know what you mean. Oh, got me as I disappeared. Poof, he caught me again. Sans, what in tardation are you talking about? Now, what in tardation are you talking about, Sans? Very good, though, Dan. Yeah, Randy, yeah, the thumbnail was for that other guy, Horror Junkie, that I made that post about, that he said, I'm basically, I know what he's doing before he does it. Horror Junkie 666, the 666 there, and he claimed that I beat him somehow by hacking him and knowing what he does before he does it. So he basically says I'm telepathic. I somehow just know. No, I said I played the game for 30 years. I know people's tendencies. I know what you're probably going to try to do before you do it, but I'm definitely not reading your mind. I'm reading your likelihoods and how to counter it. Oh, he probably does some devil thing. I don't know. 666, the mark of the beast. The supposedly, you know, the mark of the beast. This is out of I think Revelations. The name of the number of the beast, taking it on their hands or on their foreheads. Nobody shall be able to buy or sell without it. It's all this Revelation stuff. And who's that supposed to be through history? But people end up liking it because somehow they think it means the devil or something. Really, it was about the son of perdition. But yeah. Anyway, there's that. Anyway, the mark of the beast, basically. Yeah, you think it's good that I beat the Satanist, huh? Okay. That was just a fun little video I made. Hey, Detractor Fox. I forgot, what name were you again? I played you the other night, but I really need to start keeping a track of who's who in this game. Oh, he lagged it. The tractor is pieced up. That's looking. Ah, Base, are you flirting with him or something? X-Men First Class. You don't? I swear I thought you were on here. I swear you were on here, Detractor. Hey, Gina. Ah, you're locking me up here. Whoops. My wife is just singing there. She's singing some Creed. Oh, I was right next to him. Too close to open it up there. Ah, there you go. You got me, Dan. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Great MK Legacy. Macrerio does not want to play. What the heck? Yeah, no, zero love for MGB? What's going on? What am I missing? Gene, my beats at the time you stream, base. What? There's a lot of rumors about you going around the internet. I looked up your name and wanted to know if they're true. Well, I'd rather not say on Bander stream or saying, well, I guess I'm missing all of this. Okay, well, I'm just playing right now, so I'm not sure what's going on. Well, if you give me your mom's phone number, am I willing to give you a show? Okay, he did not want to stick. Did not want to stick around. I understand. Hey, James Sons. Yes, what's happening? I have no idea. I'm just trying to check on my chat every now and then. I don't know. I keep looking at this. I don't know. I have no idea what's happening in text. I don't know. I don't know. Don't look at me. I stay out of all of that myself, but I guess there's something. Come on, man. Dan Rhodes, the great MK Legacy. I'm not messing with you. I'm trying to show you how to fight this kind of stuff. I am not trying to humiliate you. If I try to sweep you 50 times in a row, I am trying to show you that how you've got to figure out how to get out of that. Because if it's not me that's going to do it to you, it's going to be somebody else. And you've got to figure out with these strategies how to get out of the three fast sweepers in the game, Kano, Jax, and Sonya. I honestly am not trying to fuck with your head. Do not be upset. Great MK Legacy Dan. I am not trying to mess with you. I am trying to show you how to counter stuff like this. Ah, Morbid J caught me there. That was very good. Oh, he's gonna get a triple scream. Oh, he can only get a double. Very good. Morbid J kicking it up a notch. The triple, the double, the triple. He's got me with the triple. Can I come back? Oh, he's gonna get me. Morbid J is gonna pull it off. And I messed up my duck and dash. Oh. No, I have never played on Fightcade. I do not, I never have. Very good, Morbid. Very good, Morbid J. What am I missing in text? Then I'd be like that, Bandude. No, I have never played Fightcade. I think that's the last question I missed. Never been on there. I thought about doing it in 2021 because of the Master John, whom I know from Xband, from the Xband days 30 years ago. 2020, 2021, yes, I did think of it, but I never went. I've never been on Fightcade. The Master John, though, almost convinced me to. But that's as close as I ever came to getting on it. Other than that, no, I've never been on there. There's a trend of streamer trolling going on. The same device I saw in the arcade 1-up community every time they make a new MK cabinet. Yeah, I see it all the time, especially in Jello Stream. Sad Digital Eclipse started this because the broken net. Oh yeah, well, good games, Morbid J. Thank you. Oh, he quit. I knew when he's standing there like that, he quit. Arrgh. No BO. Oh, and now the lobbies, bro. Okay. Well, whoever that, what is his name? N Spice and something? JGE Mini. Jigini Mini did not like playing me. Yes, Gina, that was a rage quit. And now I'm stuck here in this lobby, waiting to get out of this. There we go. Dogfrag, Xband, rage quit. Oh. Next, NGNs. Who's NGN, Dr. Fraggle? NG, is that... Was he here? Is that Next Generation Gaming? No, this is not what I want to do. Was Next Gen Nostalgia? Is that the one you're referring to? That's Gaudley. Is that Gaudley? Next Generation. NGNs. If that's the same guy, he was here earlier. NGN Stream Freestyle Intro. It was a big FU to Headlocked of all streamers. I have heard of people hassling Headlocked, but I don't know. Hassling them, harassing them. I don't know. I've heard of it. Okay, anyway, back to playing the game here. Oh, Ziggy. Ziggy. That's right, I've played Ziggy before. Let me see what he's got going for him. Yeah, we're going to see. I think I've even beaten Ziggy. Let's check on... I'm going to have time to check on Dan here. Let's see. This one's going to make me sweat here. Okay, I guess Great MK Legacy did not see my stream or did not see my talking about it. I'll just have to text him later about it. It's a little bit laggy, but I'll still play it. Oh, yes. I guess I've defeated a god. But Ziggy's good. Ziggy's good. I played him before. He's good. He's decent. There goes Crown Ziggy. All right, Gina. Am I on the same time air day? usually late afternoon or late afternoon going into the nights. You can, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, usually late afternoon. We're about to wrap this up here because I'm going on 2 hours. Alrighty, Oni64. Hey, oh my goodness. Oh, he didn't want to play. Okay. I guess I'm playing again. I thought it was going to be somebody else. Here I am reading my text. Yeah, Oni, you saw that too. We got a new Thomas the Tank Engine before we got GTA 6. We get Thomas on PS5. Oh, no BO caught me. Ah, he blasted me. I'm blocking, I swear. What's going on?
Well done.
Very good. Very good. No bow. No BO. That's enough. Alrighty, we're on 2 hours here. Yes, we will have a Thomas the Tank Engine on PS5 before we have GTA 6. Let that rest in your minds for the evening. Thomas the Tank Engine before GTA 6. I never thought we'd see that, but here we are. Alrighty, folks, I'm on 2 hours. Who's my best character? Detractor Fox, Kabal. That's why he's my main. For the longest time it was Smoke, Cyborg Smoke. And before that, regular MK3 was Sub-Zero, because the MK3 was basically the Sub-Zero show. At least that's how it was back in the day. Being able to offensively drop ice clones on top of people at will. But yeah. Doc Frag, he wanted to stick up for all the people they were stepping on, but not best to not feed the trolls. I don't know who Dynasty is, but yeah, I prefer Cyborg Smoke, as you guys can tell. Yeah, I can switch to Human Smoke, but I'm not as good. I'm not as good with Ninja Smoke as I am with Robo Smoke. I can't. I play as him mostly like an enhanced Scorpion, and so I'm about just as good as I am with Scorpion, which isn't shabby. But anyway, alrighty, folks. Move that off here. Alrighty, folks, that's a wrap. Have a good evening. Thank you, as in Thomas the Tank Engine, thank you. To Hank. Like and subscribe. Well, golly gee, Oni64, you've got, what is that, Garfield? You got the Garfield, yeah. Yep. But yeah, you've got the, I remember the Lorenzo Music, Garfield. Yeah. But yeah, the old voice of Lorenzo Music as Garfield. Later, it became a couple of other people, but now it's Frank Welker in any of the new Garfield stuff. The same guy who did Freddy from Scooby-Doo and so many other characters. Megatron. Megatron was Frank Welker. A lot of characters. He's done so many voices for stuff. Gosh, like over 50 characters. There's dozens and dozens of characters that Frank Welker has performed as. He's also the newest, or the newer voices of Garfield. But yeah. But I'm still partial to the Jim Davis original eras of Lorenzo Music, Garfield. Garfield and Friends. Dun dun. I haven't seen it yet, Dr. Fraggle. What do I think of the new MK movie? I have not seen it. I haven't seen it. I didn't see the 2021 version either, so I'd like to see that one first. I have not seen the new one, but I've heard it's pretty good. At one of these points, we're going to go see it. Yes, and Garfield still hates Mondays, and he continues to live way past 9 lives. He's, yeah, very old comic strip. If he keeps going, now I'm curious, is Jim Davis still alive? Creator of Garfield, or he died? Yeah, Jim Davis is still around. He created Garfield. That's good. Garfield is still getting to be it's one of the longest comics out there. Alrighty, folks. Have a good evening then. Have a good evening, guys.